Education is the key for women to achieve economic independence. Although in majority of countries, women have the right to get an education, yet access or equal access to education for women still remains a problem.
In developed and developing countries alike, millions of women do not finish school because they are forced by their society, circumstances, and threats to violence to focus on household, caregiving, and child responsibilities.
For the women who are struggling to access education and for those who want to end educational inequality, stick with us. It's the Ladies' Corner. Let's take a break.
Welcome back from the break. If you are just tuning in, it's the Ladies' Corner. Yes, and we spoke about education on our last episode. Girls' access to education. And we talked on the key points. We started with early marriage, lack of funding, pregnancy, violence in school and on way to school.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to continue from where we stopped.
So what do we have here?
Oh, no, Jenny, I should ask you, what are we taking now?
Okay, we have child domestic labor.
Okay.
Child domestic labor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's a very big one.
Yes.
Very big one. And I can see that it really affects mostly girls. Because if you think child domestic labor, you see girls are just subjected to domestic work at home. They'll do the cleaning, as I said, child responsibility, caregiving, and the rest of them, forgetting the fact that these girls too have to go to school. So society, in the early days, you see parents will tell the girl child, like, well, there's no need for you to go to school. Or you just have to just up your mother in the kitchen, let the boy go to school. They follow their mothers to the market, they follow their fathers to, even their moms to the farm, not just only boys going to the farm, they also follow their mothers to the farm. So girls' domestic, what's that word?
Labor.
Yes, girls' domestic labor is something that we should look into, we should deeply look into. But every girl have the right to go to school. Not just, and is it written on the forehead that domestic work is just for girls alone? No.
Well, I think humanity has made that rules, and it's hard to fight it.
Humanity, society has made that rules. That's okay. Domestic work is just for girls only. Oh no, it's not written. They were not born with that. Okay, because you're a girl, you're subjected to just domestic work alone. No, you should have grant access to education. So girls should be going to school as well as boys, and so they should be granted equal rights.
Yeah, and so. You know, we have more than 168 million girl child laborers all over the world.
Laboring.
Yes, they are laboring that are denied that opportunity to go to school and learn. They just feel is just take this granite, go and hawk around the street and bring money to feed, or your responsibility is better for the boy to go to school and you, the girl, should sit down at home, do the work, you know, and then take care of your younger ones.
Yeah, it's like Jenny said, it's a woman, you're supposed to cook. Even if the man should go to farm, you're supposed to help mama cook and take the food to them.
Yeah.
It's just cooking.
And cooking. You know, even you will see there are some houses that you check, even in the morning, the boy child goes to school before the girl child. They just feel she has to sit down. That's for those that don't have help, or people that will help them do the domestic work. They just feel it's better for the girl to stay at home, wash the dishes. She don't have to take care of bath her brothers. If she can cook, she cooks what they will eat for lunch. And the boy is now in school. She is now at home doing all that. She will only go to school when she is done with all that.
And that's very wrong.
It's wrong.
And you see, there's some parents or there's some guardians that will tell you that, okay, if you want to go to school, telling the girl child, if you want to go to school, you have to sell this. Okay, I don't have money to send you to school, but you have to sell this amount. You have to sell this plantain, you have to sell this granite, you have to sell this orange. So the money, the profit gained from that's what they use in sending the girl to school. If you don't make enough profits, I have seen circumstances like that.
Okay,
I've seen scenarios like that.
Even for the enough money, in that money, I think they will be for feeding the house first.
Feeding the house.
It's when
her school will not be the last thing they will actually discuss in house. It will be the last thing they will talk about.
So they keep pushing.
If she don't make enough profit, then we should just forget it. After all, the one you went and sold today, we used it to cook. And they will even use, you did not, Shebi, you ate the food. You ate it also.
Okay, and that's what the problem is. That's where the problem is, because when you tell a girl child that wants to go to school that she needs to make more profits before you send her to school, imagine the life she would be. Imagine the decision she would make. Because when you meet these hawkers, you realize that they become vulgar with time, because they meet these rude men, these men that take advantage of them.
You don't even know who and who are on the street. We have different people on the street. They meet different people. Okay, what if something happened to them in the street that they can't even tell anybody about it? And they would want to stay at home. Like, okay, some cases whereby some of them, their parents are not alive, or let me say broken marriages or so. And depending on the person that is not taking care of the child, some feel it's just better the girl should just check. Even in the house, sometimes when the mother is late or anything, the girl now, even if she's at the age of 5, she lost her mom at the age of 5, she will be the one that she will start playing that role of a mother to the family.
Even if she have a stepmom or an auntie. She will not start
playing the role of the mother. She has to be the one to take care of her younger ones if she have younger, even if she have older brothers. She have to be the one that will take,
even if she, even if she doesn't have siblings, she'll take care of her father.
Her father, yes, definitely.
Like the
I know a girl that lost her dad, her mom, at the age of 7, and she started cooking at the age of 7. Yes, and that was how she was being cut out of school.
And I've seen scenarios whereby a girl, there was this girl, she's a maid rather, she's still a maid. She was a maid in this woman's house. And I was asking her, why don't you want to go to school? She said she told her aunt that she wants to go to school, and gets the response. The aunt told her that, why do you want to go to school? You should be in the kitchen.
And you know what?
And this one still happening today.
You know what?
So it's not just in the olden days, back in the old days, it's still happening now. Girls have been denied access to education. Wow. They are being denied access to education, especially girls who have lost their mom or their parents, or who don't have enough money, they're financially they're not financially stable to send their girl child to school. And when they go stay with relatives or family friends, and they tell them that I want to go to school, and you say it's fellow women, your fellow girl will tell you, okay, why do you want to go to school? Stay at home, take care of my kids, or go and stay in the shop. And they are being denied that access to education.
You told me, and there is something that makes me angry, something that disturbs me about this whole issue. Okay, yes, there are people that sometimes they need, yes, everybody has a different story to his success. Sometimes you have to struggle, no pain, no gain. That's the motto, my motto. No pain.
I think it's everyone's motto.
Okay. No pain, no gain. They will go to the rural areas and pick these girls, telling their parents, okay, I will send them to school. And let me say, they will help me out with my kids. They will help me hold my baby or any. Why don't we just fulfill our promises to these girls? Yes, I don't have a problem. So
I think that's fraud.
If you will bring, at least you're trying to develop that child's future, you're giving that child a better future. If you pick a girl from the village and bring her to the city, and yes, if you feel, I don't just, she should not just come and say, whether you like it or you don't like it, if you bring her to your house, she must definitely help you out with some chores, you understand? But then let's fulfill that promise that we made. We are going to still send these children to school. Because some girls, is once they bring them to the town, they automatically forget, I made a promise that I was going to send this girl to school. They forget that completely. They feel you don't have any right to go to school. You're my slave. You work under me.
And I don't want to empower someone else's child. It's only my child that needs and deserves.
You know, I tell people, this life, you never know. Tomorrow is very heavy. Tomorrow is very, very heavy. You don't know what tomorrow's carrying. The same person that you train, that you are looking down on, you think, oh no, she's my house boy, you think, no, she cannot achieve anything big. No one knows tomorrow. You will find yourself in a situation. What if you find yourself in a situation whereby is that person that is going to be the only means that you will get out of that situation?
You could have helped that person be better.
Then what happens to that person?
I think we've come to that stage that you're only allowed to just take care of your own child. child, sponsor your own child. If you sponsor someone else's, the person you won't benefit from it. And all.
It's high time when people start to understand that let me just do good. I should do good for myself. I should not do good. I should not do this. I should not give you this shirt because I want you to come and tell me thank you. Whether you tell me thank you or you don't tell me thank you, I am doing this for God. My reward is coming from Him. I am telling you, you will have a better future.
Well, it's interesting, and Jenny has our main cause, but just so you know, it's like educate the girl child so that everybody, the society in general, would grow. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped.